Hi everyone, welcome to our YouTube channel Investors and Traders Club.
So today topic is all about IPO, which is mean by initial public offering. So there is a lot of questions people should have to know, and they ask about what is an IPO, how to invest in an IPO, what is the benefit of an IPO, what are the disadvantages of an IPO. Like this, there are a lot of questions about IPO, and also these are the main important points a person should have to know the basics of an IPO. So not wasting our time, let's get into the video. So the first thing you need to know about IPO is what is an IPO. So IPO or the IPO is meant by initial public offering, is the first time a company issues its shares to the public. So um, we nowadays we have so many companies that are being listed in the stock exchange in NSE and BSE. So once they were private companies, where the private companies, but they want to come into public, so that's why they list in stock exchange. So that's how they give us some shares to buy. For buying the shares, we should have to apply for an IPO. So that's what mean an initial public offering, an IPO means. So as an investor, you will now able to subscribe for such shares, which was earlier open to only a specific lot of internal and institutional investors via opening a demat account. So we discussed about the company was once a private company, but uh, uh, when it was a private company, they do also have some shares that are being divided into uh, the investors who invested in that private company, which we can also describe as a startup companies like Zomato, Swiggy. So that private investors like angel investors or venture capitalists, they do have some sort of equity share in that. So when it comes to public, they do offer some more shares to public at a fixed price. So that's what an IPO means. So how to invest in an IPO? See, anyone who holds a demat or trading account can make a subscription for the desired IPO directly online from the app or through the stockbroker with whom they have an account. So if you have any demat account like Zerodha, Upstocks, Angel Broking, you can simply go to the column section, and you can see the IPO, and you can go with the steps that shows you, and then you can apply through IPO in a demat account. And an individual can subscribe under the category of retail investors. So the persons who trade below 2 lakhs, like normally a IPO, if a company comes into an IPO, the minimum lot price would be 13,000 to 15,000. So but a that 13,000 to 15,000 price, people comes into the category of retail investors, whereas the HNA category, you need to apply for more than 2 lakhs in an IPO. Since one lot equal to 13 to 15k, for HNA category you need to apply minimum 15 lots for a company that you want to get in an IPO. So that is what HNA category means, high net worth investors. So what is the benefit of an IPO? IPO is a golden opportunity for investors to hold shares of highly profitable firms and otherwise expensive stocks. Um, yeah, if you want to go for a short term or long term in your point of view, then you can apply for an IPO, and you can also go for long term for more gains and for more dividend and also for more profits. So you can go long term in your point of view. It may be a short term or a long term. So they will be able to secure listing gains, buying less and selling high. So if you want to only gain listing gains like gray market premium, so when you apply for an IPO at a certain price, while the company lists into the stock exchange, it may take up to 10 days. So while in the process of 10 days, the gray market premium, the price for the IPO seems go bigger and bigger, or seems it's gonna go decrease also. So if it increases, that's we call listing gains. And when the stock exchange has listed the company on the pricing day, then you can book the listing gains and sell the stocks to someone. So this is what buying less and selling high. It also assists in wealth accumulation and fulfilling long-term objectives, which can be tracked by the stock screener. So you can also, if you have a short-term listing gains point of view, then you can book the profits while it listed. But if you have a long-term view and want to hold the stock for long term, then just check the daily screener in your apps, or just check the demat accounts in Zerodha or Upstocks, like that. So what are the disadvantages of an IPO? See, the volatility with the price might cause loss if not handled properly. So also, as I said, the gray market premium, it gonna increase or decrease. It may be in your point of view that the company has a good financial technicals or valuations or anything else. It is under your thoughts and under your control. So you should have to know the company's financials and everything you need to know if you want to have some to make some profit in it. So you should have to know it. There are also advantages and disadvantages for an IPO. Everything has an advantages and disadvantages, but you should be have a probability, and you should have a edge on the probability. So that's how you make money. So furthermore, certain IPOs might not be relevant for the long term, and failure to detect the same might be problematic. So some IPOs might also not be for long term. In some point of view, they only go for short term or listing gains. Hence, investors are advised to back the decision with relevant research and proper company analysis. So that's what we are saying. Investors should have analysis in their company financials or technicals or valuation. You should have to know the basics of the company. If you the valuations and the valuations are good, and also the earnings, potential profit, the earning per share, and the assets and the liabilities, you should have to check all this. That's how you can minimize your risk. So what is the difference between book building issue and fixed price issue? So in case of fixed price issue, here the price is fixed before the offer, and the investors will have to make a payment at the time of subscription itself. In case of any refund, the same will be made during the allotment. Demand is also declared only after the closing of the IPO. So we have discussed that there will be a gray market premium in the time taken for a company to be listed in the stock exchanges. So in the fixed price issue, we apply for an IPO at a fixed price, and then the in the process of the time taken, there would be a gray market of increase or decrease. So if it increases, then we have a listing gains. It would be good of getting listing gains in the time of only 10 to 8 days. So that is what fixed price issue. We can have gray market premium in fixed price issue. Compared to book building issue, price is not fixed and the payment will have to be made after allotment. Demand is announced daily. So here the price is not fixed and the payment will have to be made after allotment. So when you apply for it, there will be no price, but after you get an allotment, then you have the gray market demand is announced daily, so you can watch list and then you can buy later. So that is what book building issue compared to fixed price issue. So the fixed price issue would be better to get listing gains in my point of view. So this is the first part of about IPO.
So thank you for watching this video, guys. If you like it, then please do smash the like button and don't forget to subscribe to get more videos from this YouTube channel, Investors and Traders Club.